Yeah, man, just a little bit ago before I started this, I watched a video of Joe Miller, and this guy, he making excuses again. He's saying that it was not something that he shot in his butt, and it was something that was ingested, but he's still trying to figure it out on where it could have possibly come from. This man is standing firm on, I don't know what happened, GW 1516, and this is not, for the ones that don't know, GW 1516 is not something that you could just go to goddamn HEB or Rouse or whatever store, grocery stores y'all got in y'all local area. It ain't something like that. You got to go to damn near another country, or like Iron Kong said, you got to know somebody who knows somebody who killed somebody who knows somebody, or something like that. Because that's some explosive stuff. But this man is out here still doing interviews, trying to apologize and saying that, when all the legalities, we're gonna get to y'all's favorite, uh the fanboy favorite. We'll get to him in a second. But this is his week. Joe Miller, when all the legalities get cleared up, then I can say something, but I can't really say anything. Bro, I hope for your sake you telling the truth. But I just don't understand how G-Dub 1516 can just end up in whatever stuff. And you know what it was? He kind of basically told on himself while I was listening to him. He said something about a miscommunication between the fighters and Vada, or him and Vada, but basically hinted towards like he didn't know that they was gonna be popping up. That's what I fucking got from it. He didn't think that they was gonna be testing at that time period. It just so happened they pulled up on him, and he got busted. He got busted. It is what it is, man. But I told the dude to keep the same energy when I go live. See, if they just take the work, because we understand y'all getting y'all feelings over these fighters, it's to the extreme. But don't get upset when it's truth. That don't even make sense. You might like the truth of the matter that your favorite guy is remixing boxing and devaluing mandatories and not defending titles and, not pursuing undisputed. You might be okay with that. But I can feel differently, especially when you label this person the face of boxing. Somebody who ain't really just been ultimately dominating every top guy he got in there with. Be real. Floyd got that face of boxing. He was dominating people. Elite. When we talking about top pound for pound, you better be dominating people. But a lot of y'all get these guys passes because of y'all's whatever interest in them. But then you will apply flame to another fighter who might be actually doing more. Not ducking, not protected, and really about that legacy work. We got Cat in the chat. Good morning, bro. We early with it. Cat said, yeah, I mean, whatever it was you saying that had that same compound, Mike, get that out of here. Like you said, you was gonna be extra careful this time around, and this dude just got problems. Dude just got problems. You know, he's definitely the roid rage or whatever that is has taken over. Because if you can't even think straight, man, and just have common sense enough to be like, yo, man, this ain't worth me. You know what I'm saying? Losing out on millions of dollars to take care of my family and be able to pay this money back to people who have loaned me money. Like you got to be thinking, bro. If you're not thinking about that, what's going on? What is going on? I hope he got a backup plan though, an extreme backup plan, because 3 years is still a long time. I don't think he's gonna get the lifetime ban, but that 3 years is probably gonna be for sure. And that is for sure. I don't know what he gonna do in that 3 year span. Figure it out. Promotions though, we'll see. Thing is, when these dudes jump in the comments to say something, I'm always gonna give you opportunity, especially when you want to put paragraphs and keep going back and forth. You can easily get a link and speak up. Anybody want to speak up for their favorite fighter? This guy right here, the one who can't do no wrong in y'all eyes. I just point out the shit that y'all not talking about and y'all get upset. But it's real shit though. So anybody want to defend them? Shout out to Boxing God being off from work. That's sad too. I figured that's what it was. Like, man, all these punches he be throwing per round. He like, man, I can't go back in there and look like ass. So he like, man, maybe I can slip this one dose, one ingestion of this G Dub, and I should be straight. I should be good. I don't think they're gonna show up. Matter of fact, they said they're not even testing. It's Corona, fam. COVID-19 promotions, fam. What you mean? I should be straight. Then they just pull up on him. Hey, yo, my dude, my dude. I didn't know you was testing today. Don't get knocked the fuck out, B. Just go off. But what did he do? He complied. They got what they needed to get, their little sample. The shit melted the little glass, the sup, whatever the shit was in, and it was a wrap. It knew off top. The aroma was like, oh yeah, this is some goddamn dynamite, TNT, goddamn gunpowder shit in there. It's explosive. Explosive. If anybody want to plead their argument for cinnamon roll, get it. Chin Smoke says Big Baby must have confidence issues putting that shit in his body. Clearly. Clearly. He didn't want to get embarrassed in New York when he was gonna fight AJ. And then he don't want to get embarrassed in this comeback fight. So what does he do? He does what he what's been working for him. Get his natural supplements, man. He just, I'm telling you, man, they just got to get this shit understood. A lot of these guys, even this one on the screen right now, he know about this shit too. This shit is for real. Better get shit together. This shit is all the way real. If you thought they was play pimping, look, all right, do what you do then. And we'll see. We will see how long you get away for doing what you're doing. Ask Billy Joe. He know. Is it the guy Canelo want to fight? He know. And he had to run out the division. He couldn't even make 160 no more. Put VOD on you, make niggas go up in weight. Like, you know what? I can't even burn this off. On God in them, this shit hard as fuck. I can't even take my natural supplements, man. So you know what? It's some bullshit. I gotta go up. And you better hope whatever sanctioning body you at ain't enforcing VADA, or whatever fighter you facing ain't enforcing VADA. You know how these guys doing, man? They running for the hills from that VADA work. They doing that. So it's gonna be more. You know, Jared Miller just the first. Chin Smoke, what up? They just in their feelings. All we do is keep it real about him, Cat. And then, you know, I don't do the 8 paragraphs back and forth for people. Like, look, let me just go live. I just told him, I said, keep the same energy. I'm about to go live. You know what happens? A lot of times these dudes don't even show up. They be paragraph central in the comment section. Then when you kick off the live, they be like, oh shit. Oh shit. What's up, Angel? Good morning, bro. Oh yeah, everybody be collecting these bodies out here. You know, bag them up. They body and careers, fam. They are body and careers. So what happens when you don't want to follow the rules? You want to just do your own thing? There's consequences for that. Chin Smoke says, I heard Billy back out of the Canelo fight. Maybe Andrade gets the fight. Yeah, right, man. You're going to hurt somebody's feelings talking about that. They're going to come in here. He doesn't deserve the fight. He needs to fight somebody. He doesn't even sell. They're not on the wrong side of the street. Oh, yeah, they are on the right side of the street, but that doesn't matter. What has he even done? Fight Jamal. Then we remind him that he sent a contract and Jamal denied it. Well, still, fight Derevchenko. He's ranked number 1 in the WBC to Jamal. Matter of fact, he might fight Jamal next. Well, it doesn't even matter. Fight somebody. You gay, bro. That should be weak. On God, bro. I don't give a fuck niggas that don't like that shit, man. That's why pussy niggas don't fuck with me, dog, because they got to protect that shit with this Canelo crap. That's cool. Just keep that moist shit over there. Fight somebody. He hasn't even done anything. What is that belt? Nobody even cares about that belt, even though that nigga pursued the belt that time that Andre got stripped. Selective. WBO doesn't matter, but he goes up against Sergey Kovalev's WBO belt. He wanted to prove something in a higher weight class. He's just elite. He does great things. Yeah. He's so great he got to get the franchise tag. It sounds like some hoe shit. See, that's a good statement, Cass. He said, I hope Andre gets it, but I don't see him giving Canelo any trouble, though. Right. He might not even give him trouble. Let's see. Batter up. G-Dub 15-16 Cone. What it do, man?
What's up, brother Black? Morning, man. How you doing?
Man, that kind of looked like maybe Gerald Miller mutated into some shit like that when he took that
Let me tell
G-Dub.
you something, man. Whatever Gerald Miller's on, I want some of that for myself.
Oh,
It's wonderful shit. What you on today, Black? What you on today? Talk to me.
oh man, you know, I'm free smoke, man. Thought they understood this shit. I don't deal with the 4
Oh,
or 5 paragraphs in my comment section. I just like, okay, just hit the link. Keep the same energy. I'm about to go live. So
what?
anybody that want
What
that
did I?
Canelo smoke, step up.
What did I miss though? So somebody was mad at you for some more Canelo comments or something.
Yeah, if you mad, I'll be telling the truth about this dude. for some
No.
reason. I just state the facts, man.
Well,
I just state the facts.
my question is, did Billy Joe Saunders duck Canelo?
I don't know what's the name said this. Chin Smoke, I think. He said,
Billy
"Nah, he's backing
Joe
out the
said
fight."
Billy Joe said he not gonna be ready for September. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
Jeez, wow, it's funny. All the fights that I didn't really too much care for, it ain't even happening. So Triple G fight, I flame that. It ain't happening. We talk
Oh
about, oh,
man,
Billy Joe. I didn't care about that either. He's a cheat. He ducked Andrade. He
twice.
tried to get, yeah, twice. So I'm like, I don't even care about Canelo fighting him. Now that fight ain't coming through. Well, damn, who you gonna fight now, Canelo? Who you want to fight, bro?
Man, let me tell you something. Boxing is in probably the worst state it's been in years.
Bruh, this shit is trash. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. Y'all keep defending the sucker shit. This is trash, man.
Oh man, when I started, I
Trash
was like,
juice.
Billy Joe, you're not gonna be ready for September. Maybe you're not gonna, you know, you don't have enough time to cycle off that oxy low. But
Oxy
shit,
low.
I'm not gonna be ready in September, and they want me to take a pay cut. I'm like, is it that nobody wants to be great no more? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Billy Joe Saunders has been talking about how he wants to be great. He's the best. He's this. He's that. Okay, well here's the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been saying people have been ducking him for years. Triple G been ducking him. This person ducking him. Whatever, whatever. And you're not going to be ready in September for Canelo Alvarez. I mean, shit, man. Boxing is, man, shit. His
Yep.
other gypsy, his other gypsy friend wants to duck out on Dillian White. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, there's some hoes, bro. There's some hoes. It's just the same. The crazy thing about it is, and let me reply to what Cass says. She said the problem isn't that Black. It's that Canelo shouldn't be fighting everybody. They should be fighting each other and eliminating one another. Only reason why I gave him flame is because, first off, based on what he's saying, he said he wanted to unify 160, so he should have been fighting all the champions there. So if one champ declines, you go after the next champ because your goal is to become undisputed anyway, so you got to do what you got to do. But the whole thing about it is, it wouldn't really be that big of a deal, but people are trying to magnify this guy as the face of boxing, okay? And if you're going to say he's the face of boxing, you got to look at everything. You want to say he's elite, you know, and then you compare him to all these other guys that ranked top pound for pound or who they may consider the face of boxing. And I'm like, it ain't really adding up. It's not really adding up. You know, I get it that the guy has a lot of fights. He's won a lot of fights, but when he did get to the top level in a big fight, he's either had close fights with guys, a draw, or controversial decisions, or got fucking embarrassed really bad. Floyd embarrassed the fuck out of Canelo. It was just like, nigga, it was sad. It was a sad
But
situation.
would it be fair to say Canelo was a bit too young at that time?
I mean, you can use that excuse, and
Sure.
people could say Canelo. People were saying Mayweather's too old at that time.
Okay.
So either way that you want to go with it, but at the same time, he wanted to fight.
Right.
He got what he wanted,
Mm.
and he got stepped on pretty damn bad. And then he becomes face of boxing after getting stepped on. I'm like, wow.
Does
This is
that
why.
is that more to do with his performance or the fact that boxing is in a state where it's not much people you can really hang your hat on?
To me, I feel like, okay, if you're going to call somebody face of boxing, we shouldn't idolize that. Somebody who don't want to fight their mandatory. Somebody who ain't defended the belt since goddamn 2016 again, and that was against Amir Khan. A fucking, you know, not even a real 152 pounder, whatever catch weight, 155 pounder, the catch weight they fought at. Like, we want to put face of boxing behind that shit. Guys who got a record amount of catch weights and, you know, don't want to defend no belts and too diva. You can't counter offer this guy. If he offer you something, you got to just take it or leave it because you just this mighty motherfucker Canelo Alvarez. Like, dog, you feel like you bigger than everybody and bigger than the sport. So I don't really too much care for the dude. That's why I'll take the fight. You know, anybody want that smoke, come get it. This nigga ain't
Right.
really doing shit. He ain't helping boxing. He's being protected by sanctioning body that is allowing him to do whatever he want in the sport of boxing. Everybody else ain't got that fucking freedom. They got to hold
Right.
that shit down in the sanctioning body, fight their mandatories, defend their belts, and they gonna get the smoke when they duck. But when this guy don't defend and you know he do whatever and just skip around, he get a pass because he the face of boxing.
Well, the IBF wasn't having that though, so IBF said no problem, we'll take our belt back. So
And I respect IBF for that. Treat him like everybody else. You're just a fighter, like everybody else. Come up this fucking rank.
Mm-hmm.
Cass said Billy is using the fact that Kinahan is stepping aside from boxing as an excuse to retire. Drama
Oh
queen.
yeah, he was all of them was involved with this gangster motherfucker. Oh, thank you, Kat, for that. He seemed to take that really hard. What does Daniel Kinahan have to do with Billy Joe Saunders fighting? What I mean, man, get the fuck out of here. These dudes, boxing is at, for me, the lowest point right now because this Corona shit, man.
Think it's the Corona shit?
The Corona
I just think
shit
it led up to this because I think a lot of people just started being very passive about this moisture out here, man. This sucker shit out here, man.
Man, this is crazy. I'm not going to be ready in September. What?
Right.
It's September. This is July.
He got to get it. He's not emotionally going to be ready.
Man, Billy Joe Saunders is a hoe. Billy Ho Saunders.
Billy Ho.
Nah, that shit. This morning when I saw it, I was just like, man, fuck off, Billy Joe Saunders. You are a waste of time. You talked all that shit about you was this and you was that. You don't want to fight Andrade. You now you're not gonna be ready for Canelo. I mean, right. Please.
So Angel, thanks for the comment. So Mauricio and the WBC can enforce a mandatory for Charlo though, huh? Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, they can do it. You have to fight shit. Derevyanchenko, yeah.
You got to fight your mandatory, Charlo. And guess what? It's Derevyanchenko. Not Canelo. Canelo do what the fuck he want. We're gonna franchise him.
He's our franchise.
Matter of fact, you the reason why Canelo the reason why you got the belt. We franchise him so you can get the belt. So you got to fight mandatories, not him. You said they made Canelo didn't fight his mandatory Derevyanchenko, but they made Charlo do it.
I don't know why people are wasting their time at the WBC no more. Any fighter right now that's serious about the sport should not put themselves in the WBC, because how am I going to be working my way up? And all of us, because you like somebody else better, you make them some special ranking above me, and I'm trying to do what I have to do. Not saying Charlo is some guy who's been all about the sport, but how you going to tell me, look, man, whatever he didn't have to do, you have to do on behalf of him? What? because Charlo was Canelo's mandatory, right?
Yeah, Charlo was Canelo's mandatory. He was
and the WBC didn't enforce that.
Didn't enforce it.
Okay, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
I see.
You see the bullshit? But this is the face of boxing. So the face of boxing can do shit like this. Like, look, man, fuck this. Look, go ahead and upgrade him. Make him fight the mandatories. I'm going to just do what I do. Fuck you mean? Mauricio.
It's not even like you became undisputed, defended, and really, what else do you have to do? You know, if you're undisputed and you defend at least once, you don't have nothing else to prove. So you can be franchised. You can just go around and do your money fights and all this dumb shit. But if you're not undisputed in a division, you still have things to prove. You still ain't the champ. You have to be undisputed. Then you become franchised and do what the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, because he's had a WBA belt for however long. I think the last time he defended was against Danny Jacobs in a unification.
No, that was a unification. That was unification. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, but it's still a defense.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it's still a defense, and it's a unification. So that was the last time. And then after that, it was just like, well, fuck it, do what I want to do. You know, I think they said he tried to fight Andre, and they fucked it up. fucked up something and didn't get whatever extension from the IBF. I don't know. Canelo and his team. I don't know. I don't know.
They didn't want to fight no damn mandatory, man. They didn't
Uh,
want no mandatory, bro. So the same guy that he
Who?
wouldn't fight in IBF, Charlo's got to fight. It's mandated, like, or he gets stripped.
I see. Yeah,
That's some fuck shit, bro.
that's boxing. This is why I keep boxing at the arm's length. Boxing will find a way to let me down every time. It will find a way to let me down. Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yo, did you see the Eddie Hearn interview at IFL when he said Jared Miller also owes them money? Matchroom.
Oh man, Gerald Miller is man.
He said John Miller owed them the upfront money from the AJ fight.
Oh, so he had two
So
advances in a row.
yeah, so he was supposed to pay out from this fight, from his fights in Top Rank, to pay back Matchroom and
Oh,
all that. Hey, yo, this dude is in a lot of trouble. Eddie Hearn was like, no, we want our money. What the fuck? What you mean? Man, let
shout
me
out to
tell you, man.
Kat. She said she agrees. Only undisputed fighters should have the option of being franchised. I agree with
That's
that.
right. That's right.
I
I mean,
agree
if you
with
become
that.
undisputed, what else do you have to do? I've beaten all the champions. I can do
Yeah,
whatever they
yeah.
want to do.
Like if you're gonna stay in that same division, it's like you beat the level, so you can come back to the level, but you got this upgraded status because you conquered the whole shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like say like if Bud would have stayed at 140, that'd have been cool. Like if he wanted to just get franchised and just fight whatever. He's not fighting for the belts anymore because he won them all.
right.
He could just fight who he fight. But this dude didn't even win all the belts, become undisputed and just fucking said fuck it, whatever. Fuck completing the whole mission. Give me the shit now. Reward me now.
Yeah,
Upgrade me now and shit.
madness, bro. Madness, bro.
And then so what's up with all of these? Is it really these fighters or is it Canelo's team? Because how come
I
all of these
think
fights keep falling off?
man, the Billy Joe Saunders one, I don't know. Billy Joe Saunders is a flake. That dude is weird. You're saying like
Yeah, he's weird too.
Billy, Billy Joe Saunders thinks he's bigger than what he is. He's like, well, why doesn't Canelo take a pay cut? The truth is Canelo don't really have to take a pay cut, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they asked him to take, but his whole thing was he's not going to be ready. And then he kind of threw in the fact that they asked him to take a pay cut, right? All you had to say was no, and I'm ready for September. That's all you had to say. Just say no, I'm not going to take no pay cut.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you said, man, boxing is just at the lowest place completely. The ones that's acting all enthused about it is on the fanboy shit, more than likely. Let me see. Oh, Justin Trouble was in here. What's up, man? What it do? But shout out to Iron Cone for the breaking news with this guy, Gerald Miller, or the updated news for me that this dude owed money still to Matchroom. 2 advances back to back from Matchroom to Top Rank. And you were in the hole right now, fam. And the only thing you have to show for the money is a bunch of new watches, sunglasses, and some G-Dub. Ain't that some shit? I hope things work out for this guy. Not in boxing, because hey, you're gonna have to take the consequences with that. I'm just talking about in life. Hopefully things work out for Joe Miller. You don't play with people's money like that, man. Yeah, right, Angel. That's when you need to exercise that franchise option. Not when you didn't even complete the whole mission at that division. You know, plenty smoke for this Canelo topic. Like niggas don't want the shit. They don't want it. Dude was so vocal in the goddamn comment section, but didn't want to show up when I went live. But I couldn't agree more, man. Once you unify all the belts, then you can use that option. Like, you know what? I'm franchised now. I didn't got all the damn belts. Strap season. So I already conquered strap season to the max. So now I'm franchise season, homie. I'm next level with it. How many fighters present day can say they unify all the belts together? I'm just saying, man. But y'all don't want to even consider those guys the face of boxing? Other fighters shouldn't follow after that? Or fighters should follow after this franchise blueprint? You know, it ain't about challenging yourself against all the top dogs. It ain't about defending your belts that you get. It's about just trying to generate enough money and get enough favoritism from the commissioner to get the goddamn franchise so you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Yep. What's up, Tony Reviews? Trolling and shit. Charles, what's up, dog? Yeah. Yeah, man. But I mean, that's just one set of problems. He got the other problems with getting that money paid back, fam. Because I don't know how much it is. I only want to know. Man, I hope he get it worked out so I can tell you. He's right, Cat. We should all test positive for G-Dub then if it's in the air. That's gonna be the next narrative that world leaders gonna put out. They're gonna say, what they gonna say? Everybody keep your mask on. We got a dose of G-Dub floating around in the atmosphere. So VADA should definitely, all kind of damn positive results. From a logical understanding, I can see that being a justified approach to having a franchise title. It's P's and Q's, if and only if, and so on, you can do what you need to do to be champ. I agree. That makes so much sense. Man, shout out to the big dog in the UK, Sporting Icons. Big up Sporting Icons, y'all. Y'all go check him out if y'all haven't already. One of the realest channels on this platform. Bringing that work. I mean, yeah, Cat said that's trash. I mean, that's a long time, though. That's still a long time for a boxer. You ain't eating. You gotta figure something else out. Charles said he the unplug, so he got the G-Dub on deck. That's what he said. Fresh out of work. Shout out to Charles, man. For you fanboys, I ain't forgot. I'll drop the link again. Anytime they try to defend this motherfucker over here, it don't go their way. Third strike. I know. Hey, see, look, Sport Icon. This is why we got a flame because, that's just like if one of y'all champs over there get up and start talking about say some shit like that, y'all will flame them. If Billy Joe or Fury or AJ get up there talking about they did an autopsy on, my bro or something, and he's still living or some crazy shit, y'all gonna flame the hell out of him. Like, you know what, AJ, we need to have a conversation. Call in. We need to have an interview. For real, because that's just nah. Everybody went in on that. Everybody went in on that. So Flame is justified Flame, He need to just leave. He just bringing more heat to his brother. I just see too many people bringing unnecessary heat to Deontay Wilder. I'm like, damn, won't y'all shut up? Shut up, because y'all are fucking it up worse for this dude. How can this dude even focus and go to training camp and prepare with all of this shit going on out here that y'all keep humiliating him on? And you got your brother humiliating you, you got your wife, whoever put up the video with him twerking. It's just like, shit. Y'all want this man to lose. If he lose, he lose. But he got close people that's fucking it up for him. Chicken hilarious. Right. How long we just gonna sit back and act like we cool with it? You know? Shit. This channel may not reach a whole lot of people, but the ones that do reach, hey, y'all gonna get my perspective on it from a real boxing fan. I ain't gonna just sit back and be like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. You know how they do with this nigga right here. You know how they do with this motherfucker, Clonalo. Everything's okay. Franchise is all right. Leave him alone. Don't bother him. Doesn't matter that he got stepped on by Floyd. He's still elite. We know he got the tattoo because he thought he was going to win, but it doesn't matter. He's still elite, though. Shut up. Fucking clown. Yeah, man. Fuck talk about your brother's injuries. Shit, you was looking up at the ceiling lights, boy. Let's see, did I put that one up? Yeah, I put that one up already. Had that man straight up looking at the ceiling lights, though. Oh, God. Like, bruh, you the last person need to be speaking on anybody's autopsies, MRIs, injuries, fractured skull. Don't forget about it. Forget about it. Are you okay? Are you okay? That's what we do. We're not worried about Deontay. Deontay, we seen him twerking the other day. We ain't seen you since you got stretched by a homie that sea-walked on you. So are you okay? We glad to see that you out here making posts. You feel me? Ain't nothing cool about looking at the ceiling lights from a journeyman at all. You just giving people an opportunity to just pull your highlight back up. Damn. Think. It be CTE, bro. Same thing with Dylan White, man. Be CTE. They be doing dumb shit. You just gotta just be real about it. That's why we say Vada or nada. We don't want these guys getting in there with dudes that can knock 30 brain cells out with one punch. Just bing, bing, bing. Like 90 brain cells. Just 3-punch combination. Go, just gone. Out of there. So we don't want these dudes juiced to the gills in there, you know, welling off on they brain cells. You know. Otherwise, you make dumbass decisions like Jeremy Miller is just, goddamn, he's not getting no break. You're not getting a break. You're just not. You're killing brain cells. You're goddamn. Damn, this man is an idiot. You want cancer. You want to kill. You want to kill yourself, and you want to kill your opponent at the same damn time. Jesus, who raised these niggas? Like, what happened to the days when dudes just catch fade, bro? Shoot a fair one. Shit. Niggas are scared to catch a fair one. But hey, but like we saw with Kalnakis and them little knockoffs, overhyped fat boys, you know what I mean? Ruizes and shit. It's symbolic of a lot of this has been going on in America. Just keep it 100. Overweight, lazy motherfuckers who cheat, who try to cut corners. If Gerald Miller, keep it real, Gerald Miller, Kalnaki, Ruiz is clean. Shout out to him. He passed all about the test. You know, Kalnaki just fat. Miller fat too. But you just imagine if he wasn't doing PEDs. Oh yeah, my 600-pound life type shit on that level. So hey, that shit just laziness, man. Dudes don't want to work, even in the lower weight class. That's just this Gerald Miller shit is just symbolic of what's going on in boxing. Period. From heavyweight on down, dudes is doing PEDs for different reasons, And from day one, we've been on this shit. Look it up. We've been on this shit. Vada or nada. Now everybody will be like, "Oh, this person pop." I remember when nobody wanted to do videos on or cover no fighters popping dirty because they had already had suspicions in their mind that their favorite fighters was doing shit. Their favorite fighters was ducking that Vada work. So they didn't want to talk about guys failing from Vada. I was like, ain't this some shit? And these niggas is with this Vada work now, all of a sudden. They like breaking news. Somebody failed Vada. And I'm like, Angel, damn, when did y'all get on the Vada team? When did this shit happen? It's extraordinary shit, man. Like, welcome, y'all. You know what I mean? Grab a seat. Y'all niggas take a long time. Shit crazy, dog. Now everybody look, breaking news, the dude failed the test. I'm like, oh shit. Damn. Look at this. Look at all this damn mass coverage of all these damn dirty athletes. Look at this shit. When you look at God. Man. Dudes is hilarious on this YouTube shit. For real, bro. I just watch people.
It's just, yeah, pretty much, man. Just sit back and observe and just let the comedy begin, man.
It's hilarious, man. Y'all be thinking this should just be hilarious to us, man. I'm telling you, man, we stomach be hurt from laughter with this silly shit out here. He said, nigga looking at the ring judges. He said the ring judges ref and judges when he went down. Yeah, when Marcelo's got stretched. Yeah, man. If you got any footage out there like that on yourself, you shouldn't even be speaking on anything.
He was looking at the ring judges and the ref for like approval. Like, am I still doing good? If I get up,
he's like, did y'all already count me out yet, or am I still good? Because I can't hear shit. He probably couldn't hear a damn thing.
If I get up. We got still give me the fight.
He says, the fight over or we still good?
Still good.
And then you see them arms waved in front of your face. You're like, oh shit, it's over.
Then he look up and he's like, oh shit, is he that ass crip walking on me? That's a crip walk. Oh, he crip walking on me. Damn.
Hey, yeah, that's bad though. That's the worst. But you know what's worse than getting the hands waved in front of your face is when the ref hug you and shit. You know that shit bad. Like, damn, this shit must have been rough. Let me look at the playback. Right. Right. That's how the family and people be in the front row. Like, no, his head bounced twice on the goddamn shit. Ceiling Lights Promotions, man. So yeah, I mean, if Deontay Wilder want to just be like, you know what, my little brother gonna embarrass me, Deontay Wilder need to just put up the footage of him getting C-walked on. Like, okay, I got you. You think shit's sweet, huh? You want to put this shit out? All right, I got you. I'm gonna put out your I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm biased on fuck with, but that shit was funny as fuck when he put that little gangster beat on the nigga C-walking.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious. I was like, look, Deontay Wilder, just go ahead and dub that and put that up and roast
that's a
your
classic.
brother.
That's just a classic right there.
Yeah, it's just a classic. We ain't no haters over here.
No.
Y'all ain't gotta fuck with us, but we'll keep it 100. Tony says, did you guys hear Ancient Aliens is doing a new episode on Fury versus Wilder 2? Apparently, Aliens gave Fury gloves from the future that could remove and re-add foam from the gloves. Aliens help Fury. Wow. Inflatable and deflatable cement that just plaster in the gloves. All right. Aliens episode.
Yeah.
Cat says, but he became a better fighter for it though. LOL at his fighting style now. Who can we who can we stay, or Missy says say, will give Canelo problems or beat him besides Laura in that first Triple G fight? I mean, well, mandatories ain't gonna ever get an opportunity to figure that out. So that's off the question. It's all about who he decides to fight. So there's no direct path to Canelo. That's why I don't fuck with him. I mean, he removed himself from the fire. I mean, he's selective with his shit. So if a fighter can't work their way up a sanctioned body to fight him, I don't fuck with him.
My thing is, my thing is, all right. People want to say, you know, he could choose who he wants to fight, and we all know how many fights has he had with the zone already out of his contract. How many has he fulfilled? You know, what is like 3 or 4? What, 4? Somebody
again, bro.
How many fights has Canelo approved? I mean, done while at the zone? 4 or 5? I'm not sure.
What was the first fight? Was the first fight the Jacob shit? Or the what you call it? The guy at 168 was the first fight, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't remember right now, but
that was on the zone, but I don't know if that was one of the new deals.
In any case, y'all know in the chat, but what my point is, if he just goes and runs through these fights like he should and does the Mandos and fucking defend, jump, and you can continue to jump up and down and defend. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that. Get those fights out the way. That way you could restructure your contract, because you know you can get them fights out of here within about 2 years, 2-3 years, theoretically. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, let's get those out the way, and then I mean, I know they got a year limit though. I know you can't do it shorter than like, I don't know, 6 years or 7 years or something like that. But as soon as you get it done, I mean, you just try to restructure the contract to where you maybe they're talking about pay-per-view deal now. So I don't know, him and Joshua are gonna have pay-per-view deals with the zone or whatever. But thing is, the zone's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So he needs to maybe get those fights out the way, see who's next 2 opponents are, and then start doing that, because right now it's stagnant. Why you know, forget the seats, forget people in the fucking crowds for a long time, okay? Because the shit ain't going going away for no time soon. We already see a resurgence of it with this fucking virus. But get those fights done. As soon as it's done, I mean, he would get more, I think, credibility if you just get those serious fights right now. Get Unify 160, become undisputed, you know, and then he could probably not get so much backlash, right? You know, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. If you do what you said you was gonna do. He said he wanted to Unify 160, not me.
Oh,
I didn't say the shit.
I think you know.
I just held him to his words. I mean,
that way at least it releases him from a contract. You're not fucking just sitting and having a one fight every once a year. You know what I mean? Get 2 of these fucking fights out of there. Get the shit done and over with.
Hey, real quick, man. Royal Hardscape, man. If you're in the background, hit the link, dog.
Yeah,
Charles. Fuck shit, man. Stop being a hoe, bro. Man up. Hit the link.
You said if you go back to 75 or to Better Beaver, or Beaver, Better Beaver, yeah.
I mean, it's like, damn, Charles, like, what's he gonna do? Go because the fight with Billy Joe and Triple G didn't happen. He gonna go stay at 175? Did he completely vacate the belt yet, or still got it right now? The 175 belt. Oh, he must have muted.
Yo.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, you cutting it out.
I said, is he still holding on to the belt yet, or did he already vacate it?
Oh, Bevo?
No, Canelo at 175.
What? Shit, I'm not sure.
The Kovalev belt that he took.
I think he vacated. Didn't he vacate it?
Did he already vacate? He did that immediately?
I thought he did that immediately. Like the next month.
Exactly. Chat. Hey, look how Tony said. He said, Better Be will KO Nalo. I got a good little ring to it. KO
Yeah.
Nalo.
I can see it. I can see
Oh
it.
shit! I think the smoke showed up. It has arrived.
Yo, 1-2, what up? Yo,
No.
let me
So-
jump on because I was doing some shit just now. I gotta send some emails. That's why I was writing so much. I was in my little contextual text. I'm gonna be listening in, Black. But
No
go
doubt,
ahead,
bro.
Rip.
I think the smoke just arrived anyway, so let's get it.
Yep.
All right, bro. 1-2, what up?
What's going on, man?
Oh man, cooking. Tony
Yeah.
said Ruiz is 100% bacon grease. Yeah, you cut him open, he'll spill out bacon grease, more likely.
Gravy.
What's good, man? You came to defend your boy?
Is that what we doing? Nah, I just came to support my boy.
Support him? Oh, go ahead. Support him.
No, supporting you.
Oh. I didn't mean defend me. I was joking. I was saying defending Canelo, your boy.
Nah, I was saying you. I just came to show some support, man. You got link up, you got channel. I'm here to support you. With
Nah,
UGC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That shit ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. All right. So what's going on? What we cooking on?
Well, somebody, try to come at me in the comment section, so I gave him an opportunity to show up. He didn't. So we just cooking. We cooking as usual. You know what I mean? And then of course, Iron Cone was on earlier. This more updated stuff that I seen with Chill Miller. Shit is just getting out of hand, man.
What happened now? What are you saying?
His excuses is just going south, man. He's saying that when all the legalities get all situated, he'll have more to say, but he can't say much because of the legal stuff. But it wasn't something that he fucking put in his ass, like a needle to the ass or something, or he said it was something ingested, but then he said he got to figure out on where it came from or whatever. So
I don't know.
It
if they
sound
put
like
in
to
that
me-
shit in the beef.
Huh?
I said I don't know if they put in G2342 in beef. Whatever the fuck he on. So I mean, he's saying he ingested this shit.
that he said that. I don't know if he slipped and said that, but he did say that shit though. He said it
Oh,
definitely was
man.
something ingested. Because he tried to say it wasn't nothing that was stuck in him or something, but he definitely said something that's ingested. He says, "You think Wilder would be medically cleared to fight with that big ass dent he's got?" I think the dent should probably be, back in place now. Hopefully it ain't permanent.
To be honest, they just be clearing motherfuckers to get them fights going. They ain't really all that concerned about motherfucker safety, like they say.
Cool. Talking about just
Just boxing in general. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on how big the fight is, which is kind of fucked up. They just
I
be letting
mean, don't you think
motherfuckers
that's on the
get in.
fighter though? The individual fighter to really make sure that he got the right medical and everything around him. Like I see guys that
Well, there's that's two different things. Like there's two different things that are involved. Like if
you're talking about like the doctors would just clear them
yeah, just to
and
let
not
the
really
fight go. Because even if a fighter wants to be 100%, that means he's of sound mind. But if he's not of sound mind, then how can he make the decision anyway? He might have CTE or he might be on that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm the champ. You can't tell me what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Some people might be like, nah, you're not cleared. And you're like, I'll just go someplace else. I'm just saying. That's how it is with some,
Hey, shout out to Sporting Icons. Icon still kicking it with us. He say, what you guys think about Matchroom releasing Michael Hunter? Personally, I think it could be a mistake as he's better than most of Matchroom heavyweight roster. Oh, matter of fact, he can speak on it right now. Sporting Icons, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, I thought I'd pop in and say hello. How y'all doing?
how's it
Oh, we
going?
doing well, man. So your comment that you put, I didn't even know he got released. I thought it was the end of his contract or something, and they just didn't want to re-sign him. But go ahead and elaborate on that.
Yeah, it was. I think that I just worded it wrong. But
Oh,
for me,
okay,
I think
okay.
that they should have renewed his contract. I mean, when I look at the heavyweight roster, I think Michael Hunter probably beats about 80% of them, maybe 90% of them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he had a draw with Povetkin. I mean, as far as the options in America, it's I thought Jared Miller might have been our last hope, but he can't stay clean for nothing. So
What was that
Michael,
latest that you said about Miller? What's the excuses? I haven't heard about the excuses yet.
I mean, I seen the interview and I should have got the link, and I'll drop it in the description after this live stream. But in the interview, he said he got to wait for all this legalities to clear up. But he can't really give a bunch of details. But he slipped and said something that it was definitely something that was ingested. It wasn't a needle to the ass or anything like that. And he just got to wait for some things to clear out. But then at the same time, he's saying that he's willing to take the suspension, but not the lifetime ban. I'm like, you low key kind of confessing that you're guilty if you're willing to take a suspension.
Do you think lockdown has anything to do with the fact that there's been no testing, so fighters been chancing it?
You said does the lockdown have something to do with what?
Because there's been no testing going on due to lockdown. Do you think that some fighters have maybe been running with it in the hope that they can take some gear, and when lockdown is released, they can cycle it? And maybe Miller just couldn't cycle it.
I think that I almost feel like Vada played everybody, made them think that it wasn't going to be no pull up, and they probably popped up on Miller like, you know what, let's pull up on Jared Miller since he think that it's a vacation and whatever it was. Because I know when I looked up the G-Dub 1516 the first time he popped, it says that G-Dub stays in your system for like 40 days, something like that. So this ain't something that you can just cycle off in a couple of days. You gotta it gotta be well out of your system. So
because this GW 1516 is one of the same PEDs that he popped dirty for Anthony Joshua, wasn't it?
Same thing. And this is something that they said is like you can't just get it from a normal, dealer on the street or something. You gotta go to thing like Germany or something. Iron Cone was talking about like you gotta go somewhere far out, know somebody who knows somebody who got it.
I heard that it causes cancer and all sorts, and all athletes are advised to make sure they don't take anything that has GW 1516 in it because it's dangerous for them.
Man, Sporting Icons, I just think that this guy, he really didn't know what this vital work was really all about. And he's learning.
If you miss out on a huge world title opportunity for $7 million, and his ex-manager, Serafina, said it was $10 million, if you miss out on that lottery ticket, you are going to be eating salad and drinking bottled water from here on out, aren't you? To make sure nothing fucks up again.
Kat said, she made a comment to you. She said, you wildin'. Hunter is good, but not that good. Because you said he's better than, you said about 80-90% of the people over there on that side?
For me,
what about him versus like Joe Joyce or, the boys? Like, you think he'll fare good against them guys?
I think that Michael Hunter, when you look at the Matchroom heavyweight roster, I think it's only really Joshua, Dillian White, and maybe Herkovich that I'll probably pick to beat Hunter. I mean, he's already beaten Bacoli. He got a draw with Povetkin. A lot of people felt that he beat Povetkin. Maybe Gassiev. I don't know. Joseph Parker, maybe. Yeah.
So you actually believe in him then, that he can still, compete at the top level. And you got to be just at least a select few to really get a win on him.
Yeah, exactly. To beat a Martin Bacoli, you've got to be pretty good. To go the distance with Alexander Usyk, you've got to be pretty good, right?
Yeah. HypnoFist in the chat says, could it have something to do with the Zone's financial situation, maybe cutting costs where they can go get their cash flow in order? You think it has something to do with that?
Yeah, maybe. I think that what I'm hearing, that Hunter is not really a big ticket seller over there in it's in Vegas he's from. So maybe it's something to do with that. But I don't know, when you look at the roster, I think there'd be quite a few people that I personally would get rid of before Michael Hunter.
Yeah. What's good, Charles? Charles probably muted. But shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Sporting Icons, man. a legend on YouTube to me. You know what I mean? You do a great job on your channel, man. So keep doing what you do. And I appreciate you showing the support.
Go, man. I'm still a newbie, man. I'm only 3 years in.
Yeah, but you're doing good though.
You're going on a tear for 3 years. Shit, for real. I like the fact that you keep it honest, man. Not a lot of people do that on YouTube, but you keep it honest. I like the fact that when people was throwing Dillian White under the bus, you were the ones that was just like, you know what? Y'all need to push our brakes a little bit because see, a lot of people didn't know about how UCOD and how their little corruption and stuff. So when I seen he passed VADA, I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this investigation and all that to clear because if you pass a VADA test, that's better than passing a UCAD test.
Well, with Dillian White, I mean, obviously because I speak with him like a couple of times a week, so I was not. I don't want to say that I knew all the details, but I didn't. But I kind of knew the basics. So, I mean, I knew that he hadn't done anything. I mean, why would you juice up for Oscar Rivas, but not be juiced up for a Joseph Parker and that, you know? And with a world title opportunity just around the corner, it's a stupid move. He ain't stupid.
But on top of that, he pays for VADA testing. So I'm like, well, that would be stupid for him to do PEDs and you paying for VADA testing.
Yeah, he pays for the testing for him and his opponent. So it's guaranteed testing, not just maybe they'll test or maybe they won't. It's guaranteed testing.
Exactly. And that's why he's, you know, I give him a lot of props because he's a clean athlete and he won all the smoke. What's your thoughts, man, on this situation, his mandatory situation, and what do you think Tyson Fury will do? Will he take that challenge versus Dillian White, or do you think he might try to get out of there because he was trying to entertain this franchise thing until Mauricio finally put his foot down?
I think Fury, I mean, knowing Fury like I do, I think that he's just winding up Dillian. I think he will fight him. I think that he's just saying it just to get a reaction. Maybe start building the fight now.
Okay. I hope so. I hope he don't duck.
Well, yeah, same. I mean, if he vacates that belt, it's a duck. You know, as much as I like Fury, that's a duck.
Straight up. Gotta keep it real. Tony Reviews, what's up, man?
What's good, dude? How you doing today?
Good, man. We got 1-2 Kid, Charles, and Sporting Icons, man. And we just you know, just cooking, man. Whatever you want to throw at. I initially kicked off this live because somebody had a lot to say. I hate when they put like 9 paragraphs in the comment section and then you go live and they don't show up. I'm like, wow.
That's when they want it, but they don't really want it.
I'm like, wow, interesting. Shout out to Ramon Cooper showing love to Sporting Icons. He is the man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sporting. As far as Michael Hunter goes, I don't know if you saw it in the chat, but I think it makes sense for Eddie because like you said, Hunter is not the biggest draw in America, and I don't think he wants him in his stable to disrupt the British heavyweights right now.
That's a good call. It's a good call.
Because, you know, I truly believe that if Usyk and Hunter was to fight again at heavyweight, I have Hunter beating him. I think Hunter is a natural heavyweight, whereas I think Usyk is a natural cruiserweight.
That's a good call. That's a good call. And I think Michael Hunter, he seems to be one of these kind of guys that would he'll fight anybody. Yeah, and you know, if you offer him a fight with Dillian White, he'll take it. You offer him a fight with Parker, he'll take it. Not everybody can say that. So yeah, maybe when you look at the likes of maybe a Herkovich and that coming through, Hughie Fury, obviously Eddie Hearn wants to build up these kind of guys. I mean, would you really want him in there with a Michael Hunter? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think he would because I honestly, truly believe Michael Hunter should have beat Povetkin. I don't believe it was a draw. I think Povetkin got down on the cards too early and for too long, and he didn't start coming on till like the mid to late rounds. So I had Hunter edging him out.
There's a question in the chat from Iron Cone to Sporting Icons. He says Billy Joe is saying he won't be ready for September and is out of the Canelo fight. And he wants to know, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm a massive fan of Billy Joe Saunders, but let's call it how it really is. Well, you should be fucking ready. What excuses you got? Why? Why? Because Canelo, he's guaranteed, was it 33 million every time he fights, and DAZN,
wow.
Golden Boy, they want to reduce Billy Joe Saunders' purse for the fight. You know, he always says that he's got enough money, he can retire right now. So what's the problem? Fight him.
And your purses will grow.
Yeah.
Especially if you beat Canelo.
Yeah, exactly. So they want to reduce it from 7 million to about 5 million or something like that. That's still good money. Where else are you going to get that kind of money from?
And he's a boxer. He got good feet. So I mean,
and they want to
he
reduce
does have a chance.
because of the possibility of no crowd, right?
Yeah. But is Canelo really going to fight with no crowd? I don't know. In
Right.
September.
Because I'm like, otherwise, why would they reduce it?
Well, if he guaranteed 30 mil, does it matter?
No, I'm talking about for the Billy Joe. He said that they reduced his pay or the amount that they was going to initially get.
Oh.
See, this is what I don't understand about fighters today, right? And this is what made Mayweather so smart business-wise. When he fought Oscar De La Hoya, he took the lesser money. He let Oscar call all the shots. And because he beat Oscar, he inherited the pot. So I don't understand, like a Billy Joe Saunders, why he wouldn't fight Canelo. I don't even care if it was $500,000. If you beat him, now you have the $30 million a fight contract. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. That's what I was saying about Caleb Plant, too. I'm like, take it. Jump on it. Like, you barely got touched in your last fight. You're going to make weight. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, Billy Joe has such a good, like, it is so possible that he will beat Canelo because of the way he fights. Canelo is weak against people who are mobile. Yeah. Like Austin Trout, Floyd Mayweather, Lara, all gave Canelo trouble. Billy Joe Saunders moves the same way. Like, that's his weakness. So just take
he don't believe in himself, man. That's what it is. And I'm gonna tell you, you could kind of tell back when he said that shit to Eubank, when he was like, Triple G would beat us both on the same night. That means his head's in the wrong place. And then he clamored for that fight for either one of them, you know, at that press conference. And they said, you're just all talk. You know what I'm saying? And he proved it. That's what it is, man. And it sucks because he got the talent.
Well, I'm glad you said that about Billy Joe, because for me, I think Billy Joe, he can be all of them. And maybe this is a good opportunity to finally get that fight of Billy Joe versus Triple G.
Right. That too. But if he ain't ready for one, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
HypnoFit said something about you think you're going to take the franchise personally. No, if you haven't been up to speed, they declined that option for Fury at heavyweight. So he was saying something about there's going to be pressure from Top Rank to recoup on their $100 million contract. I mean, nah, you just got an option to vacate or, you know what I mean, fight. So, and Toby said if he runs from that Dylan White work, he'll never live it down in the UK. So you don't want that on your legacy, man. You ran from your mandatory.
Exactly. But the thing is, what makes me laugh is that some of the extreme Tyson Fury fans, they'll give Tyson Fury a pass and justify him potentially not fighting his mandatory in Dillian White. But previously, they were saying Wilder's ducking Dillian White, he should fight Dillian White. But now suddenly Fury's got the belt. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's go for the AJ.
Right. Keep the same energy.
Well, the thing that's so crazy about what you just said is even Tyson Fury himself told Deontay Wilder, you need to fight Dillian White. Now that Tyson Fury's in the same boat, it's looking like he doesn't want to do what he said Wilder should do.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why I started applying Flame. I'm like, bruh, this is some fraud stuff right here. He doing a lot of talking, man. He got to, back up, walk it like you talking. If you a champ.
And when he had the option where he thought he had the option for the franchise, he immediately jumped on it and called White a Dawson. And then when he ain't get it, just didn't work out in his favor. Because he inherited that. I mean, when he won that WBC, he inherited them problems. So the WBC issues.
And he knew this. He knew Dillian White was mandatory before he won that belt. So shouldn't have got the belt, man. If you didn't want to deal with that problem. Dillian White is a serious problem. Telling you, he's gonna come in there with that Clubber Lang energy. He gonna be ready to take his head off, man. Don't leave nobody in the dark that long. Give him a shot.
Exactly.
I
here's one more
mean,
thing.
I've always said this. I honestly believe Dillian White will beat Fury, and I think he's going to do it looking pretty easily. I don't think it's going to be much of a fight. I think Dillian White's going to stay on him like glue. He's going to hit his body like he does and catch Tyson Fury with the overhands because he is 6'4", is 6'9", and it's very easy to hit taller guys with overhand punches. And that overhand left hook of Dillian White is deadly. So, you know, stylistically, what I say is I believe Fury beats AJ. White beats Fury, and AJ and White is a 50-50 fight. It's just whoever gets off first.
This question has come up quite a few times, Sporting Icons, on our channel, but what would be your thoughts if the undisputed matchup ended up being AJ versus Dillian White?
I'm cool with that. I mean, Fury Joshua is probably the biggest fight in our generation, right? With or without the belts, but you put undisputed on there, a big fight turns into a colossal fight. But at the end of the day, if Fury or Joshua takes a loss, then shouldn't the winner have every right to fight for undisputed? So for me, I'm cool with it. If it's Dillian White versus Anthony Joshua rematch, I want to see it anyway. So why not? If a Dillian White beats Tyson Fury, to be honest with you, I think a lot of the Fury fans don't want the Dillian White fight because they're worried that they may not get the Joshua fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it will be, you know, because we've even talked about the possibility of what if Dillian White won it all? You know, like what would that do to the boxing world with all this, everything he's been through, being in the dark, not even getting a title shot all this damn time. And if he get in there in the biggest fight in boxing, undisputed, and win it,
that'd be some big champ shit. It paid off. You know what I'm saying?
There'd be nobody more happy than me because, you know, out of Dillian, AJ, and Fury, it's only Dillian that I speak with. So, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that. I'll have the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world on podcast. I'm cool.
But just the opportunity, just getting the opportunity that he deserves would be good enough, though. You know?
Definitely. Well,
and the biggest opportunity.
Let's not overlook Povetkin, though.
Right. Because what if it's Povetkin and White?
Right. And here's Dillian White fighting a guy like Povetkin. He don't even have to, man.
Or no, just
a beast, man.
And Povetkin is a very scary matchup for White stylistically. Like all of fucking Povetkin's strengths play to what White's gonna do. So it's a very dangerous fight.
Very dangerous.
To comment on hold on. I had a call come through. But to comment on Kat, she was saying about look at the Taylor versus Serrano purse, the reductions or whatever. I think that fight is off. Lou DiBella said something in an interview, I think I saw yesterday, that that fight is off.
They didn't reduce Serrano's purse, though.
Say again?
The Serrano Taylor situation, they didn't reduce the Serrano purse, but they have reduced the Katie Taylor purse. But Taylor still wants to fight.
Oh, yeah. Something DiBella was saying something about it can't happen, or he wants it in the back. Eddie Hearn wants it in their backyard, and that what they call that, the Matchroom Garden or whatever they call that.
Yeah. Matchroom
Garden. I don't think DiBella wants it there, or some kind of discrepancy going on, so it might not happen.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Then we'll get to see Katie Taylor versus Delphine Persoon rematch.
I want to see that, man.
Then, because I mean, a lot of people feel that Persoon should be the undisputed champion.
Me too. I want to see her get a rematch.
You know, after seeing Taylor with Delphine, I've always questioned Katie Taylor, her heart, but like Kat was saying, with her willing to take that pay deduction just to fight Serrano, who she was supposed to fight, and then her entertaining, taking short notice to fight Delphine like this, I no longer question her. She's a true champion.
I agree.
Regardless if you think she won or lost that fight, she's still showing all the heart of a champion. And you know what I mean? Like this is what I look at, like the spirit of a fighter. who would give a rematch to a person who a lot of people think beat you on short notice?
Yeah, exactly. And that was probably the fight of the night, wasn't it? But it got forgotten about because of the whole AJ Ruiz situation.
Say it again, Sporting Icons.
I'm saying that the Taylor Bassoon fight was probably the fight of the night, but a lot of people forgot about it because of what happened with Joshua and Ruiz.
Oh yeah.
So it kind of got
Dang.
overshadowed.
Yeah, it sure did. Damn. I think everybody forgot was on the undercard after that. Everybody. Shoot.
Definitely.
See this fat dude jumping around in the ring and AJ with a ref standing in front of his face like, damn, what just happened?
Yeah.
But just imagine if that was Jerry Miller, if he stayed clean and got that win on AJ.
Yeah.
New York would have erupted, man.
Yeah.
Man, he'd have $30 million sat in his bank account right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
And do you
Instead,
think
he's in debt to Jay Prince, isn't he?
And do you think it would have been a
Everybody be
problem to
paid
get?
back.
Do you think it would have been a problem to get undisputed at that point, him and Wilder?
No, I think it'd have been
Can
very
you imagine that?
easy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Because Wilder and Miller don't like each other. Miller was talking about he smashed his wife, so
Yeah, man. That would have been a trip.
Yeah, it had all the makings for a great thing. He just threw it all away.
Yeah, because
Savage.
I believe any top fighter would have beat AJ on that night. It just wasn't AJ's night.
Yeah, but was that him talking or was that the G2342 talking? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
Very, very true. Very true. Actually, who do you put as your top 5 heavyweights from America?
From America? Damn. Why you do that, Sporting Icons? Now we gotta think. Shit. From America. Well,
We say Wilder's
put-
number 1.
I'm gonna tell you
he
one.
got knocked off. We gotta put him up there.
I got you,
I
Black.
was gonna put Miller up there, but he just did everything in the pharmacy.
No,
Go
I
ahead,
got
Tony.
I got a prospect for you. His name is Jermaine Franklin. He actually beat Jerry Forrest, who was supposed to fight Miller. He's undefeated. He's one of the only heavyweights in boxing. Every guy he's fought had a winning record. Like, you normally don't see that in their early fights. They normally fight guys with losing records, but every guy he's fought has had a winning record, and most of them have had a better record than him. So I have him as like a good prospect coming up. I think he's only got 13 knockouts out of 20 wins. So he doesn't have a lot of power, but he does have skill.
And it shows a lot of confidence if you said that the records are better than his on the come up too.
Yeah. He's never fought a guy with more losses than wins.
The lights won't be too big and bright for him if he gets in the ring because he's always like an underdog. You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
And Sanchez
too. Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell y'all gonna laugh at me. I still have got Charles Martin. I still think he's still competitive. I think he can get better, and I still think he's a top heavyweight.
Nah, I think I'm not gonna laugh because I mean he's been showing some improvements. Well, more like dedication. You know what I'm saying? Where he's more dedicated to the sport as to before when he was buying into his own hype. Now he realized he got to start from the bottom and work his way back up. And he showed a lot of heart in a couple of his fights. So, I mean, that's part of it, man. That's a step forward. So I ain't gonna hate on that. You know?
And,
go ahead, Sporty, my bad.
You've still got that Nkosi Solomon as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
I know he failed that PED test and got released by Matchroom, but I haven't heard too much from him. But apparently he was a pretty good amateur. I know he lost his debut, but he bounced back from it.
My bad, y'all. I had something call come through. Let me see. Iron Cone says DeBella acting like Serrano was doing big shit before Matchroom and Katie. Then his ego getting away. Dylan acts out the Clubber Lang scene and says to Paris Fury, "Do you want a real man?" Tyson will go ballistic. Yeah, that'll be dope. Come in like
The
Double
problem
A.
is, I think Fury wants a real man himself with all that suspect stuff he does.
Oh man, why you go there? Tony Review's been on fire this week. Cass says he rather watch Canelo versus Saunders than Canelo versus Andrade, but at this point, I ain't complaining. Just give me one fight. I mean, what option should he go to? And then what weight class is this guy gonna be fighting at next? So if it's not gonna be Triple G, if it's not Billy Joe, some people said that Dimitri Bivol is just clout chasing, so that fight shouldn't be entertained. I don't know. Who's Mr. Franchise face of boxing should fight? I don't know.
I think Canelo has more of a shot against Bivol than he would Beterbiev. And I just say that because Bivol doesn't really have a whole lot of power. He relies on his technical boxing ability to pick people apart. So his knockouts come from, being surgical and placing a bunch of punches to put him away. I think that would be easier for Canelo to deal with.
But let's be honest, Tony.
I disagree.
Has his issue been really guys with power or guys who got really good boxing ability?
Thank you.
I would say boxing mobility has been his issue. Technical boxing, nah, he doesn't have an issue with that because look at what he did to Jacobs.
Yeah, but Jacobs don't pop in and out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, though. It's the mobility that gives them problems. It's not the technicality. It's guys that can get on their bicycle and move that he has issues with. Which is why I think Billy Joe Saunders would beat him, because I think Billy Joe Saunders would make Canelo look like Lemieux. I don't think it would look much different.
I don't know about that.
God
But
damn,
what
disrespect is real.
Yo, but I would say that Bivol, in my opinion, would give him way more problems than Beterbiev, because Beterbiev is there, and
but
he's right there. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some fire, but I mean, the head movement of Canelo and the countering, he could be there and then be gone, and he needs you to do that. Now, when you take a Bivol, for instance, he's gonna pop in, let his shots go, and he's gonna be gone. He's an ambush fighter,
Right.
and I think that is gonna be a serious. I think he's the biggest threat to Canelo, and I think that excuses are being made why that fight ain't happening. Even if he comes down to 168, it's like, well, then he don't have a belt though, and it's like, yeah, well, why not do a catch weight? You do it for everybody else.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Does
Like,
nobody give Charlo a chance?
Against
against
Canelo?
Canelo? Nah, I don't. I think he's literally a style that is like tailor-made for Canelo, because he throws everything at one speed, so he can be timed and countered constantly by Canelo, and Canelo could avoid them big shots and land his own. You know what I'm saying?
I think too is Charlo doesn't have enough experience against top tier opponents like Canelo, and I think because Canelo's so much bigger, he's going to nullify a lot of Charlo's power, which is what both the brothers really rely on.
Is he really that much bigger than Jamal though?
Oh yeah. You talking about Canelo? He at least minimum 180 to 190 pounds outside of fights.
So what do you think Jamal is outside of fights? He's a big ass fucking
but it's different though. You gotta look like when you see Canelo. No, I understand he's taller, but Canelo is a fucking tank. Like he is very, very like the weight that he puts on out of shape isn't like Adrian Broner who blows up like a balloon. Like that's natural strength that he puts on outside of fights. So that's why I think he's too big for him.
You know, that's a good point too. The more I'm thinking about that shit, that Bivol.
Oh, okay, bro. Here, you want the link? I'm glad you showed up. Come get the link.
That
Go ahead.
Bivol Canelo fight. You know, if he's willing to drop to 168, then you can still fight him for a 175 title at like 170 something, right? It would still be for a title, no? Because you can fight below the weight, you just can't fight above it.
Correct.
Yeah, they can meet in the middle if they
So
want.
he does technically have a title that's up for grabs. So he's willing to do that. I don't think Better Beaver come down, but Bivol wants that smoke. You know, I think that's a fantastic fight. And
So-
that's a tough fight right there. A real fight.
Here's my thing with Bivol, right? His last 3 fights, the fighters were walking through his punches. Even though he won by decision, he wasn't doing like a Pascal, who was knocked out twice by Kovalev. Joe Smith, who has already had other losses, walked through his punches, and so did Castillo.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they walked through his punches.
They
He
were
carries that power. In that case, if you're saying people walking through his punches and he damn near stopping them in the last round, then you're saying people are walking through the Charlo's punches too.
No, but you got to understand, like the last round is from accumulation. The later the fight goes on, the more the punches start to show their wear. What I'm saying is Canelo has a granite chin. He took everything Triple G had and it didn't even knock his head back. I give him credit for that. The dude, I don't think I've ever seen him hurt. And I do not think Bivol has enough pop to keep Canelo from coming forward on him. And Bivol is
He got
good.
feet. And on top of that,
Right.
I'm gonna let you finish. My bad. I mean, cut you off.
No, I see Bivol as a good in and out fighter, but I don't see him like a Lomachenko lateral fighter. And it's the lateral fighters that I see that give Canelo the most issues. I think Bivol, as good as he is, he's going to get walked through and he's going to be in front of Canelo, and Canelo's going to tee off him.
I don't see that at all, man. I really don't. And as for his pop, man, I mean, this guy really is a 168 fighter fighting at 175. I've never seen him in there with a guy that wasn't bigger than him. And he was stopping guys. You know what I mean? And he carries his power late in the fights. You could say it's accumulation, you could say what you want, but that pop is the same in the 12th round as it is in the first. So, you know what I mean? That's a problem. That's a problem. And we do know that sometimes Canelo does slow down, especially if he has to work to catch the guy all night. So, nah, man.
So
I
let
don't
me
agree.
ask you this. When he fought Kovalev, did he slow down at all?
I mean, did he? Is Kovalev known as a mover?
No. But what I'm saying is, from what we've seen with
Gotta
Canelo,
factor that in, man. He ain't no mover like that.
I understand that, but did he slow down at all against Kovalev? How to come to a point?
He didn't really give him a lot of mobility to make him slow down, or you know what I mean? It's a different fighter.
Well, I mean, you got to understand. Every time you get hit, that damage absorption does take away energy, and Kovalev was jabbing him to the head all night long. So you got to take that into account too. He probably got hit more by Kovalev than he's been hit by most fighters.
Yeah, lately. As of recent, yeah.
So
He
my
took some
point
shots.
is this. My point I'm trying to get to is this. At 175, that's more to his natural weight, which means he doesn't have to cut a lot of weight, which means his fuel tank is going to go up exponentially because he's not cutting weight. He's not draining to get low. He's going to be around his natural strength, natural agility, speed, endurance, everything is going to be better at 175 than say at a 160. So he may not tire at all at 175.
Well, what I'm trying to say is with his type of feet, he's going to be chasing dude, and then dude's going to be trying to attempt. He's going to, because he can't really pot shot a guy, an ambush guy. And the other thing that I want to state is like, if you take the fight and you look at it for what it is, I would say that Bivol will be hitting him harder than Kovalev was, because Kovalev was pulling his shots just to land shots. So he's going to be hitting him a lot harder than Kovalev was hitting. And I'm not saying that he punches harder than Kovalev. I'm just saying there's going to be more consistency on his shots on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Bivol hits harder than Triple G, and Triple G was jabbing him and catching him with straights in both fights, and it didn't even hurt Canelo.
I don't know, man.
I think Triple G is a much harder hitter than Bivol. Much harder.
I don't buy that. I can't buy that, man.
Hey, real quick, hey, Sporting Icons, this is their rematch. They had a debate the other day. I think 1-2 Kid is winning this one, but you know, this is a rematch and shit. So it is what it is.
Now we just talking boxing, man.
What's so funny is Canelo's his pound for pound, and he's doubting him.
Well, because
I
he's
know,
not
right?
he's not my favorite fighter. The reason I give
good one.
y'all gonna let me finish. All right,
Go ahead.
check it out. The reason that I got him as pound for pound is if you take not so much with the sanctioning bodies and the and like I think he should let go of the 160 belt if he's not fighting there. But we need to know where he's fighting. I gotta judge it by his next move. But to move up and to beat Kovalev, like everyone says, Kovalev was old, he's washed, he got stopped twice. But it's funny that you say that because when he did the same thing that AJ did, he didn't get props when he beat Alvarez in the second fight and outboxed him and outclassed him. So he came back, he made those adjustments. So he proved that he was still elite, even though he got stopped prior. So that's what I'm trying to say. As an accomplishment in a fight, I put him in that place. You know what I'm saying? You can argue for Lomachenko in his last fight. You can argue for Bud in his last fight. But I feel that I think Kovalev as a fighter was as a fight in itself was a bigger accomplishment than what those guys did. Just
It would
by
have
a
been
little.
great. Like I
You know what I'm
said, I
saying?
would have gave him that extra props if he would have defended the belt after he beat him.
Yeah, but that's the issue that I
That is
have
me.
with Canelo, though. This is the issue that I have with Canelo. What is he doing with that belt at 160?
What is he doing with any belt?
There, right?
He's not doing
But
nothing with no belt.
He just vacated the 175, right? He said he's gonna fight at 168. But what is his next move? Until we see that, you know what I'm saying? If he makes the bad move, then boom, he's gone. That's the only point I was trying to make. But to move up and to beat Kovalev, I think that's a hell of an accomplishment. That's the only point I was trying to make.
I hear you, but you know what? Tony Reviews was making some great points when you compare him to like Bud Crawford and Lomachenko.
Right.
And because this is my opinion about it is you're going off like if it's something more recent, you're going to give them more credit for that, but not really the duration of the career and accomplishments. You can minus, or I don't think you're factoring in what somebody might have done in 140 or maybe done in a lower weight class,
Right.
all the way
Right.
up until this point.
I get
You're
that.
looking at what's the most recent and saying,
Right.
you know what, that makes him number one pound for
But
pound.
argue for one guy, not two. You can't argue Canelo against the undisputed work that Bud put in and then say Lomachenko. Either argue for Lomachenko or argue for Crawford.
No, I'm just saying
They
he can
both
argue
got it.
that both of them
I'm not
probably
saying
should
what you
be.
say. Right, both, but not in the same conversation if we're getting it in, because now you're comparing him to two sets of accomplishments. You understand what I'm trying to say? That it's like, well, then he can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is, if he's moving this fucked up way, he takes the franchise championship, what I've been flaming for months. I flamed it in the Golden Boy spoof video. So I got no respect for that. I have no respect for the sanctioning bodies in the WBC and the fact that they covering these guys up. The fact that Derevyanchenko and Charlo is basically the dogs, the guard dogs of a title that this man ain't even defending. You know what I'm saying? I totally get that. But I was just talking about the fight itself. I think it was a hell of an accomplishment. As for the way he moves, it's up to date. We're gonna have to find out what his next move is if he stays.
That would
on
be
my shit.
a good question for a reporter. Somebody just put a microphone in front of his face and ask Canelo, what do you want to do? Do you want to fight at 175, 168, 160? Do you still want to be undisputed at 160 or no? Otherwise, can you go ahead and
And on
vacate?
top of that, it would be a good thing to do, because when nobody wanted him to fight Kovalev, he did it anyway. So he's his own boss. So he can't blame nobody for the moves that he's making. So
I'm
his next
gonna say a guy like Canelo, I do not feel even needs a belt.
Right, you don't.
He fluctuates so much. Because think about it like this: whenever Floyd Mayweather retired and came back to the welterweight division, nobody looked at any champion as they were a real champion. Everybody knew, even though Mayweather did not re-win a belt, he was the real champion. So the thing about Canelo is he doesn't really need a belt. He's already got 3 belts, 3 different divisions simultaneously. So he could vacate them all, and no matter who he fights, people are going to look at him as a champion.
That's why I figure, like, if you don't
Right.
care about undisputed, man, get rid of the belts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're not gonna
right.
do that
Let the
160,
guys
get rid of the
their
belt,
shot.
dog. Let
And-
other
and-
guys get an opportunity to do what they got to do, and you get out
And
the
it's
way.
it's just like the Charlo situation that they did to Dillian White, the Charlo and Derevyanchenko. So these guys are the guard dogs to fight off the mandatories. Is that what that is? Is that the type of move? I mean, I'm looking forward to the fight.
Well, yeah, we seen
know what I'm saying?
what they did with Jamal.
Right.
They franchised him and ordered Derevyanchenko.
Right. And this man supposedly is the champ, and he ain't even there. Or we don't know. That's the
He's not.
problem.
He's not really the champ. He's just
Right.
he's this new title. He's Mr. Franchise. So
So
What do y'all
I
think
get
of,
what y'all
Canelo
saying.
taking on Anthony Durrell next.
what'd you say?
What do you all think of Oscar De La Hoya saying that Canelo could be fighting Anthony Durrell in September?
No way.
Well, then that's when he loses it.
You're not for real, are you?
I
Yeah,
mean,
seriously.
now this is a man coming fresh off a stoppage. Right now, I mean, it's not. There's nobody. He didn't redeem himself. I mean, and he literally got walked down. And that's exactly how Canelo would get him, the same way Benavidez did. He just slowed down because of his age, and you could tell that he couldn't keep up the movement all night. And then, boom, here comes the pain. I really feel like Benavidez didn't even attempt to chase him that much because he knew he was going to slow down. So
I like
he,
Benavidez.
yeah, I do too.
I'm going to say this. Because of Corona and because fights have been delayed so much, all these fighters having fights back, I do not care if they fight lesser quality of opponent. Like, to me, they all should be fighting throwaway fights just to get the ring rust off and get back. So I don't have
So
anything
the
against
next best fight available after Triple G and Billy Joe fall out is Anthony Durrell.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's the next best fight. What I'm saying is I do not care if these champions fight.
I mean, he's elite. He don't need a tune-up, right? Just like Canelo. I mean, not Canelo. Just like Spence. He can get tossed from a Ferrari and don't need a tune-up.
Yeah,
he ain't coming back from a car accident.
I know, even though it's dumb and shit, but I'm just saying.
I personally
You Canelo Alvarez. You should fight anyway.
If Canelo fought a Uber driver, I would not hold it against him for this first fight back. It's what he does after the first fight back I would hold against any of the fighters. But I think right now,
But
I don't see a purpose in fighting a top tier fighter if you're a top tier fighter and you've been off this long.
But
Well,
here's the thing,
real
though.
quick,
The
what's your
opponent-
thoughts about it then,
but
Sport
the-
Icons? What's your thoughts on it? Because you asked us the question.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't be happy with it, but I agree with the last comment there. Because of everything that's been going on with the virus in the world, I don't hate it, but I can understand taking a bit of a comeback fight. I can understand it, but should he be getting paid 30-odd million to take on Durrell? No.
Well, I look at it
Yo.
like this. What about the opponent?
Right.
They were off too.
And you know what
I'm
they'll
saying?
say? If we suggest another champion to fight Canelo, who they don't like, they're going to say he's a bum. He's a dosser. But he'll fight Anthony Durrell, though.
But the opponent has been off too, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying after this fight, watch they do that. They'll be like, nah, he's a bum. Like, he just fought Anthony Durrell, though. It's okay, man. It was Corona. It was COVID-19. All right, bro.
But I think with Canelo, when you look at his resume, it's outstanding. Let's be honest, it's absolutely outstanding. And once in a while, him taking on a Durrell or a Rocky Fielding, I can give him a pass once in a while.
Okay. So, hey, breaking news. The possibility that Canelo Alvarez versus how many time champion? Anthony Durrell? 2-time?
2-time, yeah.
2-time? Canelo versus 2-time Anthony Durrell. So, should be very competitive.
Wait, hold on. Who? Nah, I was busy doing some shit.
Let me do my promo, Charles. Goddamn. You know,
Wait, who
Canelo Alvarez.
You said
I'm
Durrell?
getting it out. Canelo Alvarez versus two-time. Let's get it right, Charles. Two-time champ Anthony Durrell. You know, put up a good fight. You know, tough fight versus David Benavidez. So let's put some respect on his name, and should be a tough fight. Canelo versus Anthony Durrell, man.
Wait,
May the
hold on.
best man win.
You put up a tough fight against Benavidez, nigga. Did you see the fight?
Come on, man. I'm trying to promote the fight, dog. You messing it up.
I'm
You messing
lost.
it
Wait,
up,
how
man.
the fuck did we get to Durrell? Because I was listening, but I wasn't
Charles.
really listening. Because I'm looking through boxes because I ordered sneakers and shit. So I'm making sure everything's here. And then I'm like,
Shout out to the big homie Sport Icons, man. He gave us the breaking news that there's a possibility Golden Boy Oscar is entertaining the idea of Anthony Durrell for the next opponent, Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
you
Back to
fucking
you.
serious?
Back to you, Charles.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
Nobody wants to watch that shit. The fuck?
Well, the Wilder fanboys.
Fuck is he even doing in the ring? The fuck is he even doing in the ring with Canelo?
What you mean? He's the two-time champion, dog.
Fresh off a
When's the last
knockout.
time he had a belt?
He just lost it.
fresh off a he took a fucking knockout.
Took a knockout, but he's just, he's in position. He's the mandatory.
He better
to
not
Canelo.
take that. Fuck
I think he's
outta here.
Canelo's mandatory,
He's-
Charles.
You bullshit. He ain't no fucking mandatory.
He ain't no mandatory to Canelo?
Hell no.
Oh, man.
Was it him?
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad.
Was it Anthony Durrell or Andre Durrell that convinced Mark Brilliant to throw in the towel? Who's been accused of that? Which one was it?
I think Anthony the one. So Canelo going to make him pay the price, I guess.
Oh, shit. So the PBC fanboys are going to really go in on that fight because they don't like Durrell because they're still convinced that Durrell convinced Brilliant to throw the towel in.
So they're going to be Team Canelo for that fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
These
My
motherfuckers
how
out here,
the
man.
tides have
All the other
turned.
fights you could fucking make. This shit.
Well, it's not in
You fucking
stone yet.
serious?
I don't think it's in stone yet, but I think that.
I don't give a fuck if it's on paper.
Yo, did y'all a little off subject? Y'all seen the picture of like
Oh, man.
everybody talking about the Glovegate thing, right?
Yeah.
About
Oh,
the-
I'm
right.
so sick of that shit,
You
man.
know what? No, but you know what I noticed too, because they were talking about Photoshop. I think Fight Hype put one out today, but he didn't talk about it and he didn't catch it. When I looked at that shit, I was like, yo, not only is his glove Photoshop, but his right arm is Photoshop. That's a middleweight arm. That ain't his arm.
What?
And it, yeah,
Oh,
I'm
man.
dead serious. Like,
Yo, hit the
looks
link.
like someone throwing a.
Hit the
No,
link.
it looked like somebody throwing an uppercut and the glove is backwards. Like a middleweight throwing a, I was like, yo, I caught that shit and was like, yeah, I'm gonna find it real quick and then I'll drop the link for y'all.
Man, listen,
Oh,
when
man.
Tyson Fury released the video footage of Jay Diaz watching his ass getting his goddamn gloves wrapped, that shit's been debunked a long time ago. The fact
But
that
I think now they're going to, I think now they're using the
motherfuckers
narrative that, Charles, I think that now they're going to try to use the narrative that JD's is in on it or some shit.
Yeah, just like someone in his corner spiked this shit and all this other stupid shit, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is the shit that I said that this is why I said Wilder's fans is making him look bad. Wilder's not the nigga saying this shit, but he ain't putting an end to the shit either.
And
Here's
his
the
brother
problem.
and his brother ain't helping. But go
Here's
ahead.
the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem, okay, with this bullshit, right? The deflated glove, because it looks like a deflated basketball, right? So if you go by the physics of how foam works, because even if you have horsehair gloves, it still has to have foam in it by regulations. Now, you can't have a pure horsehair glove, okay? So even horsehair gloves have foam in it. If the foam deflates that much, right, and it doesn't re-rise within a few seconds, it's never going to re-rise. So how the fuck did it get poofy again at the end?
Yeah, it's gotta be balanced.
So were they like pumping it up in the corner whenever they was like hiding it behind his water jug?
Well,
Yeah, man,
what's
shit get
the
more
fair?
interesting every day.
I mean, Wilder, he had just come off of an autopsy, so
Yo,
I was like, man, when I heard that, I was like, man, who the hell is this dude out here twerking at?
hey, I asked that question in the chat. Can Deontay Wilder be medically cleared to fight Tyson Fury? He's dead.
well, no, he's dead.
Well,
I mean,
clearly he
clearly,
wasn't
I
dead
mean-
when they ran the autopsy for the dent in his face.
But doesn't that show that he's, I mean, because of all the surgeries and because of that dent in his head, that he's got weak bone density? Isn't that a sign of steroid use?
Hey, I saw your video on that Sport Icons. I was like, man, see, look, now you getting somewhere with the TUEs and all that. I'm like, oh shit. See,
Yeah, but none of this bullshit makes sense, man. Because they first it was the glove, his hands wasn't all the way in it. Now these motherfuckers don't know what they want to run with.
but that concept that you brought to the attention, man, Sport Icons, I was sitting there thinking about that shit. Like, damn, yeah, nobody really want to question Wilder's side. They want to say all the illegal stuff that Fury might have done, but what about right now with this recovery? Because yeah, you're right though, with that surgery stuff, he do got a hell of a healing rate, like he Wolverine or some shit. Damn.
Yeah, he got a broken hand that apparently healed in 8 weeks. 8 weeks? That's outrageous.
And didn't they say he had a torn fucking bicep again? And he was supposed to fight in July? How the fuck was that supposed to happen with a torn bicep?
Exactly.
Well, the thing is, a torn bicep, any torn muscle repairs pretty quickly because every time you work out, you tear your muscles. That's how they grow and get bigger. It's constantly tearing and regrowing. So a muscle tear is a lot easier to repair than like a tendon.
Required surgery. There was no way in hell he was fighting him in a 3 or 4 month span.
I'm telling you, even if the muscle separates, when they attach it back together, the muscle heals very quickly because it's by design meant to rip and regrow. It's almost like basket weaving and just weaves on top of weaves. If you were to look at how the fibers break down and regrow, they stack on top. So it's not out of the ordinary for a muscle tear not to take that long to get back to normal.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's you got that, and then he has to train and be ready in a span of 120 days or whatever the fuck this goddamn fight is supposed to happen.
Here's my thing with Deontay Wilder as far as steroid use goes. And I talked about this on another channel, but yes, certain types of steroids can cause you to lose bone density because certain steroids like leeches stuff that you need from other parts of your body, whether it be vitamin C, calcium, water, etc. But my only issue with that with Deontay Wilder is he's 6'7" and normally only about 215 pounds, and he loses weight. If he was on steroids, I would not imagine a guy that skinny would repeatedly lose weight. Steroids helps you keep weight on. So I find, I'm not saying he might not be because his brother did pop hot for steroids, but it's highly unlikely in my mind that he would be on it because of his weight.
There again, he did put on 20 pounds worth of muscle between the Ortiz fight and the Fury rematch.
On his upper half, he skipped leg day.
Yeah, but you gotta understand. It doesn't matter because he's a walking skeleton. Like he's only like 215 at 6'7". He realistically, Wilder with no drugs. If you just put Wilder in the gym lifting weights and let him eat properly, you could put 30 pounds on him within 6 months. Nothing illegal with ease.
You all reckon that Wilder's going to have some muscle repair surgery on his ass cheeks from that twerking?
Oh man.
Damn,
Hey.
I can't find this video. That's crazy.
What video?
The video I was just talking about.
Oh,
I can only imagine what the press conference is gonna be like for the third fight.
Fury's annihilating.
It's like, is he gonna even show up with all this shit going on?
Well, if Wilder keeps talking about or his team, if they take it too much further, Fury could end up suing him for
defamation.
libel. Yeah.
Well,
And
could
then
they?
that fight's off because he can't fight somebody.
Yeah, but it's not Wilder physically saying it. It's the fans doing it. You don't see Wilder out here talking this dumb shit. The worst thing he said was the costume and maybe the fucking the spiking of the fucking drink. And I didn't even hear that from his mouth.
Yeah.
But he's not putting an end to any of the bullshit. So I mean, you might as well fucking sue his ass. Shit.
But what did AJ do after he lost to Ruiz when, me and quite a few other people saying, oh, well, maybe he was concussed or this, that, and the other. He was saying, yo, you lot, shut the fuck up. Let's give Ruiz the credit.
Yeah. I respected AJ for that. He just took the L, man. And that's what concerned me about the Wilder fans is they want to keep talking about this conspiracy stuff and about what happened in the second fight or what might have been cheating and all this, that, and the other. But I don't really hear too many people talking about Wilder going to win the rematch.
No.
And I'm like, damn, it don't look like y'all confident. What happened to the other confidence y'all had in your boy?
Because
the right hand.
They don't want the rematch. What they want is the fight to be scored a no contest and Wilder get the belt back.
That's what it seemed like. Because I don't see too many people out here like, you know what? We don't care. We're going to get that belt back. Bomb Squad. Anybody heard Bomb Squad lately? Just saying.
Twerk Squad. No.
And crickets, man. I think
but
you heard a cricket yell that shit the other day.
But if Fury does get stripped, Dillian White is the interim world champion, so he becomes full champion anyway. So Wilder's going to have to face one of them.
That'll be checkmate either way.
I'm gonna tell you, I think Dillian White gonna put it on him way worse than Fury did. I don't even know if Wilder
If he fights Wilder.
No, yeah, if Wilder fights White, I don't even think it goes 3 rounds.
Damn, because that Clever Lang energy gonna come in there with.
And you know what? This is the thing. Dillian White in the States, because here's the thing. I know you're from the UK. All you need is a good shit talker, and you'll get famous in America. All Dillian White's got to do is have one mainstream press conference in America, and he'll blow up overnight.
Yeah. All he gotta do is show up and just play his footage of him laughing at Deontay. That'd be it. That's it. Hey, Trav in the chat said that dent in Deontay's head happened when he turned down 120 million. Yeah, probably.
No, man.
He lost some brain cells or some shit. He lost money.
It was a punch from his wife after he turned it down.
What you say?
It was a punch from Wilder's wife after she found out that he turned down $100 million.
I know. I'm like, man. She probably like, what the fuck you thinking? She probably got hands too. They probably work out together.
Yeah, I bet.
We should just ask Jill Miller. We should ask Jill Miller if she can fight.
Yeah. Well, do you think it's over for Wilder if he gets destroyed again by Fury? Do you think it's over?
No. I said this before. For Deontay Wilder, technically he looks bad, right? But his power has always saved him. I am not going to say if Tyson Fury beats him another time. Really, it should be the 3rd time he'll beat him. I'm not going to say it's over for Wilder because I don't know how good or how bad he really is. Because Tyson Fury very well may be the best guy that's out there. The best
he won't
guy
be the same.
Been since Klitschko. So I don't think him losing to Fury automatically kills his career. Because I really don't know if he could beat AJ or White. I don't know if they could evade his punches like what Fury can.
I do. The reason why I think it's going to be the end because first off, I already think he took a huge amount of punishment in the second fight. If he gets like fucked up again like that, I don't see Deontay Wilder being the same. And I think that any fighter he get in there with, he gonna be like, fuck. It's gonna be on the back of his mind. Like, am I gonna get knocked out? Am I gonna get knocked out again? Like when Roy Jones finally got knocked out. Am I gonna get knocked out again? You know, and they're gonna be like, yeah, it's a blueprint on how to beat him. It's not really that hard.
Blueprint's always been there, though. To be fair, that blueprint has always been there. But he's always
been there.
To pull the ace out of the hat.
Yeah, his right hand has always saved him, but he ain't fought nobody that was on the skill level of Fury. And that was as bold as Fury. Fury was like, shit, I'm scared of this dude. I'm about to go right up in there. You know, I'm going to back his ass up and I'm going to fuck him up.
Can you imagine somebody like a prime Lennox Lewis getting hold of Deontay Wilder or a prime Mike Tyson getting hold of him?
Oh, man. I don't even like when people talk about Tyson.
It's kind of on the weird side. I don't know. Did it?
Yeah.
It's weird too.
But again, I say, especially if you're using Lennox Lewis as a measuring stick, Lennox Lewis's downfall was his chin. If you could hit it, you could knock him out. I mean, and that's a big if, but if Wilder hit Lennox Lewis on the chin, there's no way in hell he could take it. So as bad as Wilder is, when you have that much power, there's always the question of, will you win the fight? So that's why I'm saying you can't really rule him out against other fighters who are shorter than him that he might be able to touch before they get in.
Do you think
Nah,
that
I think
he'll
Lewis
change
would have
his
jabbed
whole-
him.
Do you think he'll change his whole style for the Fury rematch?
I don't know if he can.
I think he's gonna try. He's gonna try. I seen Berto try to do a shoulder roll one time against, what was it, the Guerrero fight, and got fucked up. Like, you need to stick to what you know, fam.
That
because-
shoulder roll ain't for everybody, man.
Yeah, nah.
I'm about to say, what if Deontay try to come in there like that though with a shoulder roll? I'm like, oh no, it's about to be.
First
way
off, that
round
nigga, he's 6'7". If his ass try to shoulder anything at 6'7", he need to get knocked the fuck out.
Well, I heard that Jeff Mayweather, he went in on Wilder. We all know about
Oh, he
that.
did?
Yeah. He called Wilder a stupid asshole. He's a fucking idiot and whatever else. I don't really know.
Was
why.
it Jeff or Floyd Sr.?
Jeff.
Well, I
No,
know.
I didn't know that.
And I don't think it'd be Floyd Senior. That's too many words for him to get out in one
Floyd
sentence.
Sr. be, he don't like him.
Floyd Sr. said he was trash.
Yeah, Floyd don't like him.
Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Floyd would have kept it simple. I don't see him saying he's an asshole and all of that. That's too many words for Floyd.
I've heard about it. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Maybe Jeff did. I didn't know Jeff roasted Wilder, but I know Floyd Sr. did though. I heard what Tony
Floyd
Reviews
Sr.
heard.
would've
He
tried to
said
say
something
that
about
shit.
trash. Look, man, let me tell you something, man. Deontay,
Uh-huh.
he trash, man. He trash.
Yeah, because he ain't saying all that other shit Tony was saying. You know how long he'd have been there trying to get that out, nigga? Listen here, man. He would have never got that far.
He'll retire. I don't think that. I mean, he can still do a lot in the heavyweight division. There's some big fights people want to see. People still want to see him take on Dillian White, Joshua, Ruiz, all those kind of guys. But I think Wilder, because of his past and how he hates training and he can't wait for the day that he retires, I can see him retiring.
After
So you
that,
think
yeah.
he's mentally checked out?
Just be a full-time civil rights, leader. Fuck it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, he quit. It doesn't matter how you look at it. His team threw in the towel. That's embarrassing.
Well, they needed to. Did you see the ass whooping?
I'm be honest with you. I'm glad
They
they
coulda
threw in the
threw-
towel. He coulda got
Exactly.
killed
They
in
could have
there.
did that shit. They could have threw that shit in the 5th round. Shit.
I was yelling at the TV, like, please, if y'all hear me, throw the shit.
I'm not trying to sound like I back Wilder by
Hell
telling-
yeah, shit. They over there pump faking with the shit.
but
Throw the shit all the way in.
Yeah, they waving that motherfucker like that at Pittsburgh Steelers game. Like, throw that shit in the ring.
What the fuck? Like, I'm not trying to wave nobody down. Throw this shit in the ring. Follow
but
through with it.
no, I don't think Wilder quit because when the towel was thrown in, and it should have been thrown in, he was throwing like a left hook at the same time the towel came across the ring. So I don't think he quit. It's just his corner.
He
quit.
actually landed the hook too, but the child landed on the ground at the same time.
Yeah, so he was still fighting when the fight got called off.
I think the referee.
But that was a scary thing about it. He was just getting beat up, man, and he wouldn't,
He was getting battered bad, like real bad.
and that's the dangerous thing about it.
But
You
I
just-
will say this. Before the second fight with Tyson Fury, I didn't really put much stock into Wilder. I always said he only had a punch. Technically, he's bad. Everybody said that forever. But he won me over because of the heart he showed. He got the living shit beat out of him, and he kept coming at Fury. Every time the ref separated him, he walked straight into Fury. It was stupid. He wasn't doing things tactically sound, but he kept trying to win, even though he was losing very
He has
bad.
the heart, but not the skill,
Yeah.
Right.
and not lack of skills can get you killed. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, it was so bad that there was times where he just leaned up against the ropes because he couldn't stand just to throw a punch. I was like, damn. That shit was bad, man. But he did show heart.
I think he should have fired Breland and JD's and got a whole new coaching staff in there. Me personally, I think Teddy Atlas would have been the best fit for him. But I don't think with his current staff they could do anything with him. I think he's reached his peak, if you want to call it a peak, and he can't improve with them. He needs somebody better, somebody who can actually teach him because he hasn't learned anything.
That's saying something though. After all of this damn time, his team ain't even been able to get him nothing but just the level that he's at. Like, man, you can't even.
Well, he can't even defend a left hook. If you watch that fight back, you see the amount of left hooks that Fury landed on him. Imagine that that was Dillian White's left hook coming in on him. It'd have
Well,
been
that's what I'm saying.
Sleep.
It wouldn't go 3 rounds against White.
He'll be asleep.
The $1 million question is, because White's shorter, can Wilder hit White coming in? If he cannot, the fight is over. The minute White gets inside of Wilder, he's done. The fight's over.
White got
Maybe that's the fight that can
long
happen
arms,
right
though.
there.
He got
Maybe that's
some
the fight that can
deceiving-
happen next. Then, if he loses to Fury in the next fight, he can just fight Tyson.
He got deceiving reach, man. His reach is he can compete with these big guys. He's got a crazy reach. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that he can land. So he can jab with these guys. He can trade with these guys at distance. So, you know, yeah, he's a problem. And he can fight in the inside. So
That could be cracking.
that's why he's the yeah. And he's a dog in there. When have you not seen him in a competitive fight where he didn't, you know what I'm saying, show up to compete? You know what I mean?
See, people forget when they talk about the Joseph Parker fight. You know, they always say how had the fight been on 30 seconds more, Parker would have beat Dillian. I mean, woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know, it's a 12-round fight. It's not a 12-round fight plus 30 seconds. But Dillian, he went into that ring with a broken hand and a broken rib.
See, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
But you got to understand too, he dropped Parker twice. He did something that AJ couldn't even do. He dropped Parker twice. There's something nobody's ever done, and he hit Parker more than I think Parker's ever been hit.
Yeah. Well, I do.
And he brought the best out of Parker.
Yeah,
Parker
I
had
do
to
worry
fight him.
about Dillian with the amount of fights that he goes through, how many years been put on him, because he does go to war.
Yeah. That's the one thing about Parker I never really understood. It's like you got to draw it out of him, man. Otherwise, he's just going to cruise, you know?
Yeah.
But he's got talent. I mean, he's got hand speed. He's got decent power. He's got good foot movement. He's got skills. But you just got to force him, you know? You got to force him to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna shut it down. I'll give y'all some closing thoughts. But I'm gonna shut it down. But I just want to say I appreciate everybody that tuned in, Sporting Icons, of course Tony Reviews, 1-2 Kid, Charles, and everybody that participated. And shout out to the Playback Gang. But y'all can get some last few thoughts.
I just want to say, whoever was supposed to show up, you should have shown up. You're a coward for not showing up.
He showed up in the chat, but he said he was at work or something. I'm like, okay.
Oh, come on.
You can write paragraphs at work, but you can't.
You could go to the bathroom for like 5 minutes and say you're taking a shit.
Yeah, I would have got him out of there in 2 minutes anyway.
We're up, though. I'm back.
We was just about to jump off, Charles.
Oh, all right.
But
I'm trying.
We're glad you're back, though. You ain't even went to sleep yet, huh?
Nah, they got been running around, checking these boxes, making sure I got my sneakers and shit, all that.
Yeah, nocturnal promotions. He'll be sleeping about an hour.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Yep. But that's really all we got for this one, man. So free smoke, you already know, and maybe that guy have the guts to jump on the next one. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you again, Sporting Icons. Much support to you, brother. Keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Everyone else, take care. Be safe.
Anytime.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Have a good one, y'all.
All right, you have a good day, man. Peace out.
Yeah, I think it'd be safe.